ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about probably the most action-packed episode we've had so far in 86, thanks to this all-out attack by the Legion, and some scenes were just ominous and insane, and so they actually gave me chills, especially the end credit scene. Also, make sure you watch that end credit scene for this episode. It was so good. So let's get into it and talk about this episode. Now we have a bit of the Legion's perspective right at the beginning with this codename No Face starting the operation, just attacking pretty much everybody. Giad, Roa Gracia, Wald, Magnolia, going everywhere on the west front. Now we have Shin with probably the best impersonation of an alarm, in a way, waking up Raiden, yanking his pillow to get ready for this attack. And you can say this episode, we kind of see the evil Shin in a way, with everything that has been going on, building up, all that he's feeling thanks to this attack, the people he's lost. It feel like it's building up, piled on, and so on. And this episode, probably getting a bit overwhelmed, and even tells Raiden, don't connect to me with the power raid and everything unless you absolutely have to. So Raiden also doesn't experience those same things, and you can see the face he had, the reaction when he told Raiden that. So definitely kind of everything is happening at the same time. He even goes as far as to push the military, give them that much needed push to actually take him serious about the warning, the attack, now that it's actually happening, actually threatening them with a gun. And the first thing I thought when we actually see that attack by the Legion back at StarCraft, the Zerg just swarming you, zerging you everywhere from everywhere, just such a large number of Legion moving, just covering the ground. Honestly, what can you even do against that? And this is where the action started, and it felt so good. The sound, the explosions, the movement over there, fighting, jumping all over the place, the artillery shots, everything over there, just complete slaughter. It felt like I was watching that first episode of Attack on Titan, but honestly, I'm gonna say it's better. And by first episode, I mean season 4, when I had that battlefield. This one felt more visceral, real, in a way. I was much more scared by the Legion than I was by the Titans. Honestly, even Grete was surprised that Shin and the Nordlicht squadron was just instantly ready. I can't wait for her reaction when she finds out about Shin's ability to hear the Legion. So far she has some suspicions that he knows something ahead of time, but she has no idea what exactly and how exactly he's doing what he's doing. And slowly you kind of see a bit of Shin descending into that madness, losing yourself into the fighting battlefield and everything. And I kind of got that feeling of history repeating itself with Kira, Frederica's knight. It was proven right, my suspicions proven right thanks to a conversation and everything that happened with Frederica, but I'll get to that. Now we have Nordlicht, Shin and the squad joining in, and it felt like an elite unit just took over the battlefield. Honestly, they were doing everything more than better, more than they were supposed to do. Anju on the artillery, Raiden on the support, Kurena being the sniper going after the commander, still the backup, the ace being Shin, just like well-oiled killing machine, honestly, over there. So they take care of the first wave, but after that first wave, and I gotta stress again, it was insane, so good, the fighting scenes. He meets with a soldier on the battlefield, and that was like, yeah, it's over, we did it, we won, it's easy everywhere. But he had no idea that was just the first wave, and the second wave is coming. Poor dude. How can you be so clueless? But yeah, we have the second group coming, and it's more insane. And I like that shot in the middle of all of this. We see Frederica kind of feeling powerless. She didn't say it, but that's the feeling I got from her when I saw it. not being able to do anything. Everybody was scrambling all over the place to provide support on the battlefield and everything. She was just standing there, not being able to do anything. Now we have Nordlicht again, Shin and the squad just going fully on the offensive, actually attacking them back, actually managing to pushing them back. But this is where it gets a bit more dangerous, especially for Shin, because on the other side we have Frederica using her powers to look for Kiri or Kiria, and she sees the battlefield, all of the insanity, the bloodshed, everything that was happening there. And meanwhile we have Shin and the squad pushing the Legion back, but Frederica starts sensing that something is changing in Shin, and kind of the same thing that happened with Kiria. And this is where my feeling of history repeating itself got more amplified. She couldn't connect to him, telling him trying to tell him, stop, slow down, don't fight like that, don't lose yourself into the battlefield. And we see Shin's face, that evil, insane, deranged grin he had on his face. He was probably not even in present there. He was completely lost, sort of like a berserker being on the battlefield. The way they made that scene sold it so much. The chills you get from the face he had there. He actually almost got hit. A shell, I think, went through his robot unit. I forgot the name of those things. Scratched his left eye, was it? Somewhere around here, and the dead eyes he had over there. Not even a reaction to that shell going, almost killing him. But he finally gets back into reality after that, after taking a moment, and them being able to push the Legion back, showing how good they are. And this also is a very sad thing, with them being so good at fighting, still being kids. But even the other soldiers from Giat, calling them monsters, being able to push this all-out attack back. Now, it's probably not over. It's gonna be way more complicated, especially after the last scene. But we have a bit of a break moment, and we have Frederica rushing to him, calling him, "You fool, you are the same as Kiri." Like I said in previous video, in previous episode, yeah, they're very similar but also very different. But in this case, very similar, with him losing himself in the battlefield. And I really hope history it's not gonna repeat itself with Frederica losing Shin the same way that lost Kiri. Hopefully not, because I don't want to see that deranged Shin again. But this first part of the episode was so just full on action packed. It felt very different from previous episodes we've had with 86 so far, but they do it so good. The scenes, the explosions, everything. I just wanted more and more. Now this part slows down a bit in to the action side with explosions, but amps up a bit with that suspense and intrigue and just ominous feelings you get from everything over here, with even the scene on another battlefield with one unit, Sledgehammer, if the name I remember their name correctly, Blackbird, their captain, just having a last attack, blowing up a bridge along with himself, and his last words saying goodbye to everybody and announcing what he was gonna do. That felt very heavy, showing that it's still happening, that attack, even though they had that victory with pushing them back, it's not over. And this is where I was so happy. We finally get to see Lina. She's back. I missed her so much, and she's looking better than ever. And meanwhile, all of the other guys from the Republic just being drunkards, laughing, not having any reaction to everything that was happening. And even the Grand Mur is being attacked and actually being destroyed by Railgun, the same one. And things are definitely getting more heavy here, more complicated. And I gotta say, I liked Lina so much because she was instantly ready for action, willing to do anything and everything, just pushing on. The determination she had this episode was ready to go straight in. But we have Jerome trying to stop her uncle. She wanted to build up a defense line, actually let the 86ers into the normal districts, but he didn't want to do that. And I gotta say, I like Jerome this episode. He brought up some very good points. Now he knows, and like I said, the good points, that the 86ers won't fight to protect their abusers, because that's what they are. And that's a very good thing to bring up, because it's also very true. But I also feel like they still would be willing, even by what Lena said, saying they have a reason, because they have the power plants and they would need them to live on. But this is a very complicated subject. I have no idea how the vast majority of the 86ers would react fighting and protecting their abusers. I can't wait for next episode to actually see that when it's finally gonna happen, them being let back into the normal districts, thanks to Jerome, because he proves himself to be a much better man than many of us have thought him to be, because he's willing to actually sacrifice himself, buying Lena enough time to get her plan into motion. I like how determined Lena was, even in front of Jerome trying to stop her, even trying to stop him, uncle, swapping from calling him general, to not sacrifice himself. I hope he's not gonna die. I would love to see him having a complete change of heart, even a public one, but he's probably gonna die. But I still respect him a lot for what he did this episode. Telling Lena, follow your dream. It's still gonna be crushed, so he's still not there fully believing, but he's willing to even. I like people that are doing this, even though they're not committed to something. He's willing to change his beliefs up to a point and even sacrifice his life for Lena over here. Curious if he is actually gonna die. He's probably gonna die, but I'm also curious what this entire thing is gonna do for Lena's personality, and how is gonna change her moving forward, so to say. Now we have this big announcement from the Republic, as in a explanation for that alarm that happened over there. I'm so what explanation are they gonna have for the majority of the population, which they don't really care, or they're pretending not to care what this explanation is gonna be? Some milk got dropped off or pushed off the cart or somewhere, I don't know. That's gonna be more propaganda, but I have a feeling this entire bubble is gonna burst out in a way, thanks to this all-out attack. The world is gonna change after this, and Lena just showed how awesome she is after her conversation with Jerome, just going full on into her bloody Regina mode, syncing up with all of the processors. Just, I like that scene, the determination she had, how serious she is, willing to do anything, just gather all of the 86ers, come back into the 85th district and set up that defense line, prepare for the attack, get ready, do anything and everything. And that was just, I like Lena so much in that moment. I want more Lena. I'm so happy she's back. Hopefully next episode we're gonna see more Lena. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, there was this end credit scene. Please go back and watch it if you haven't seen it yet. And we have them having a moment, the ARESxGOD, Shin and the others, with Frederica remembering Iria and how he attacked back then when he became a Legion, also remembering. And we see that voice probably did so much with him telling, I'll kill you. And we have both Frederica realizing that he's coming after them, and Shin at the same time, and Shin rushing over to Frederica to protect her, and it all goes white. Now, I hope they survive. or at least something, I don't know, something stop that attack. Hopefully, I really don't want either of them to die, but it's that kind of a series where you honestly don't know who is gonna survive my bad, especially Frederica. I really hope Kyria is not coming after Frederica to kill her, thanks to everything that happened. But what a way to end it in this cliffhanger. And honestly, this was such a good episode. Action, suspense, everything, chills. This last scene, seeing Shin with those dead eyes, berserk mode. Such a good episode and an awesome series. Please watch 86 even more after this episode. Now I'm curious what you guys thought about the episode. Did you like the action? What do you think about the new Shin, so to say, about Kyria and about that last scene? And are you happy that Lina is back? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying 86. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.